Grade 5, come here. Today we will be looking at the symbols that we use in a diagram, in a circuit diagram. So the symbols that we use in a circuit diagram. Welcome to my classroom. I am Sir Rudolph Matumbo. I am a professional teacher. I hold a degree in education and I am SAYS registered. If you need revision with all CAPS aligned subjects, you are in the right place. Please subscribe for more revisions. If you need private tutoring, please contact me using the contact details provided in the description of this video. Okay, let's get into today's lesson. Here are the components that we need to build an electric circuit. But when we draw a diagram, we don't use the actual pictures, but we use symbols. So today I am going to show you the symbols that represent different components. All right. The first one that we're going to talk about is the battery. So this is a symbol of a battery. Okay, let's quickly come at this side and look at this one. This is called a cell. These are cells. When you look at them, they are cells. So remember that a battery is made up of two or more cells. When we say something is a battery, it means it has got two or more cells. So a battery is made out of two or more cells. So that's why when you look at the symbol of a cell, this is a symbol of a cell. When we draw, we use this symbol. We don't use this picture. So when you look at the battery, it has got a symbol of a cell here and another cell. So these are two cells that makes up a battery. So another thing that I forgot to mention here is that these are your power sources. So battery and a cell, they give power to the circuit. So their function is to produce power for the circuit. So they are the source of power. And then we come to the pathway for electricity. What is the pathway for electricity? Simply, it's the wire. A wire is a pathway for electricity. So this is a picture of a wire. A wire is something that looks like this. But when you draw a diagram, a wire is represented by a straight line. So a wire is a straight line. It is important to know that it is a straight line. It is not something that goes like this. You say you are drawing a circuit, but you have got a line like this. No, it has to be straight. Even when it makes a turn, it's straight. So a wire is represented by a straight line, and its function is to create a pathway for electricity. It connects the components. From one component to the other, we use wire to connect, which is the pathway for electricity. Okay, on the other side, we see the output devices. Output devices. Remember that the batteries and the cells, they are the input devices because they bring in electricity into the circuit. But these ones, they give out. For an example, let us look at this one. A lamp. This is what we call a bulb or a globe. So a bulb, here is a picture of a bulb. We see This is the bulb. So the bulb, its output, when it is lit up, it gives off light. So it lights up. So that's why it is an output device. It gives out light. So this is the symbol of a light bulb or a lamp. We don't draw the picture when we draw a diagram, but we use this symbol, which is simply like this. So this represents the bulb. So, okay, let's move to this one. This one is what is called the motor. The motor. So this is a motor. Let me show you a motor. So a motor is something like this. So from here it spins. So when you connect electricity here, it spins here. So it is a motor. Motor as well falls under the output device because when it spins, it gives you movement or motion energy, which is also called kinetic energy. So a motor, its picture is this one, but when we draw a circuit diagram, we use this symbol. So this symbol, it's perfect. It shows that this is a motor. If we find a circle that has got an M in it, then we know that this is a motor. But if we find a circle like this, we know that this is a light bulb. Okay, let us look at another output device which is called a buzzer. A buzzer is a device that gives a buzzing sound. It gives a buzzing sound. So when you connect, it may give you something like a beep or something that will make a sound. So it gives out sound. That's why it's an output. It gives us sound. It gives us sound. When you connect or you switch on the circuit, the buzzer will always make some sound. So here is the picture of a buzzer. This is a picture of a buzzer. But when we draw a circuit, we draw something like this. In a diagram, when you see something like this means it is a buzzer. So this is how we draw a buzzer. All right, let's move to the control device. A control device. This is called a switch. We say it's a control device because it controls the current in the circuit. When the switch is open, it means now the current cannot flow. But when it is closed, now the current can flow. So it controls the current of the or in the circuit. So we have got an open switch. So this is an open switch. You can see it has been lifted up. Then now electricity that comes from this side cannot flow through because now it has been disconnected because it is opened. So an open source cuts the flow of the current. So it means here the devices that gives you the sound, the movement and the light will be off because it is open. But we have got a closed switch. This is a closed switch. So when we close the switch, now the electricity can flow simply like this, and it goes on. Now the circuit will have electricity or the energy flowing. So because of that, now the output devices will be on. They will buzz if it's a buzzer. They will give movement if it's a motor. It will light if it is a light bulb. But when we draw a circuit diagram, we don't use the picture. Instead, we use the symbol. So this is a symbol of a closed switch. This is a symbol of a open switch. When they say draw an open circuit, then it means, remember, you can draw everything just the way they are, but you'll have to open the switch. When they say draw a closed circuit, you will draw everything just the way they are, but you'll remember to close the switch. So in short, these are the components of a simple circuit and their symbols. So remember, every time when they say you draw a circuit diagram, do not make a mistake of drawing the actual picture, but use the symbols and you'll get all the marks. Thanks for watching this video up until this point. It shows that you are serious about your education. Remember, if you want to learn something, repetition is the mother of all learning. So it is very important that you keep on repeating this video until you grasp all the concepts that I explained here. If you feel that there are some things that I didn't cover in this video, please do not hesitate to put it in the comment section.